Hello everyone, I hope you had a pleasant holiday and a happy new year, and that you're ready to join me once again as I put new photo cards in my binders. I got myself a nice little box to protect all of my photo cards, and today we're actually going to be putting away most of the photo cards, all the photo cards in here. I took out the ones we're not going to be storing, and usually I would be storing everything, but it turns out I am not particularly good at planning sometimes, because when I was getting ready to start filming, I went and looked at how many photocard pages I had, and that number was apparently 0. So I will have to save some of the photocards that don't currently have spaces available for them. I suppose it's all right. I've been meaning to film these storing videos on a more regular basis, so I suppose now I have a nice little starter pack for next time. Anyway, we do have quite a few cards though, as you saw. We've got, our usual Seulgis, our LOONAs, our Momos. So even though this isn't everything, it's still quite a few to put away this time. And I do have a few larger things that I will of course be adding as well. So without any further ado, let's get into it, and we will start, as we always do, with Red Velvet and Seulgi. So yes, Red Velvet. As always, I've got a decent number of cards to work with. We've made some really good progress over the last 9 months. Hard to believe that I started with only a handful of cards, and now I have most of the cards through, the current era. And in fact, we're starting off with this blank spot that's been in my binder for ages. It is Seulgi's The Velvet card. And that means that we're actually finished with a bunch of the early eras, with our rookies, our red summers, all the way to Reva Festival, where we have our next card. This is her Reva Festival Day 1. I think this is just like a normal version, as opposed to a guidebook. And I believe that means that the only old card we're missing is the ever troublesome scrapbook card with Glitter Tears Seulgi. Maybe one day, but otherwise, look at this. We've got all of these cards, and then we move into the current era, which is Birthday. How do we like Birthday? I loved Birthday. I am quite a fan of when Red Velvet is a little bit on the quirkier side. I think songs like Rookie and Russian Roulette are a couple of my absolute favorites, and Birthday definitely fits in that mold. And so we have a couple cards this time. This is her photo card, with a very poofy, furry hat, as is the current trend in K-pop. And then we have her cake card. I did buy both of these album versions. In fact, here's my Red Velvet Cake album. I won't unbox it because I don't really like doing a whole lot of unboxings, but I do have that. I pulled in Irene card, which is about as good of a pull you can have that's not Seulgi. And so I did manage to find somebody who was an Irene collector who had my missing Seulgi card, so I was able to get that. And then this card I actually got as part of a group order, where there'll be a couple other things related to my photo book group order that we'll be putting away later. And then we're still missing these two. They're available. I just, with so much other stuff going on between like a lot of Seulgi stuff and trying to finish up some of my LOONA cards, I just haven't really prioritized the other two birthday cards, but I have no doubt I'll get them in the next month or so. They're around. And then we move into her non-full group cards, where we are finally finishing up Monster with her very cute Irene unit card. I already went over the entire saga of getting this card in my last Mercari haul video. If you'd like to hear the trials and tribulations that eventually led to me getting this card, you can always go watch that. I won't bore you guys with the details this time. But needless to say, I'm very happy to be done with the entire Monster era. I spent a lot of time working on this, and I'm just happy to have it done. And then we're still missing her last photo book card. That's the swing card. But we do have our missing case card. That is this one. And so that means that all we are missing at this point is that photo book. And then we are completely done with 28 Reasons. So that is nice. This was actually pretty easy to collect just because I think I got all 3 versions of the special edition, limited edition, whatever you call that, the special version, because I was able to trade for what I was missing, and then buying the other stuff has been pretty easy other than the one swing card. That's a little bit harder to find, truth be told, and they go decently quick. Then we're moving into non-album things. And I have to do a bit of rearranging. So I got some new holo cards, as you can see. I got, this is from the Rev Festival finale, which has probably the most interesting back of all these holo cards. I also got the lenticular. I got the whole set. So you'll see the standee later. And then I also got this holo card from Step Back. I'm sure we're going to get some more holo card merch in the not too distant future, since Got the Beat has, at the time of this recording, just released their full album. So how do I want to do this? I should probably put the lenticular with the holo card for the moment, even though that does kind of look a little weird. I don't know, I might move it later. Like so. And then I think I'm just going to double side these, since these, I mean, other than this nice red back, or pink back, the backs of these are not that interesting. So we'll just do that for the moment. And then I have to deal with my lucky card situation, because I also have a pre-order benefit from Birthday. This was the other part of my photo book group order. I found somebody who was doing a group order from MakeStar. This is her MakeStar card. And as always, MakeStar cards are awesome because they are holo. So I'm going to pull out these lucky cards. And I think I will also like put them over here double-sided for the moment. And then when I have more pages, I will fix this. But I'd rather not like pull them out, but I do want to put like all of this stuff away. And honestly, these, I might continue double-siding the holo just because, like I said, the backs aren't particularly interesting, so it might be a good use of space just to continue doing that. But we'll fix the lucky card thing next time. And then, so that is it for the photo cards. And we have a few larger things, which I'm going to throw over back here, even though it's not chronological. I just don't want to reorganize things. I'll probably move it around later. So some of these I meant to store last time and I just forgot. These are the other parts of the holo card inclusions. We have the standee from Summer Magic, and then Reva Festival finale also has a standee. And then after that, things start getting postcards, or at least for the ones I have. So we have this giant postcard from Queendom, we have Step Back, and we have Feel My Rhythm. So I am going to grab some large pages, and we are going to slot these in the back. All right, and we'll just double side these, so we'll do the two standees back to back. Then we'll do a couple postcards, like so. And then this final Feel My Rhythm postcard. And then we'll just keep on building on that. And then we move on to full group Red Velvet, where we have our Red Summer Irene. So cute. All of the Red Summer cards are just adorable. I really would like both sets, but for the moment we have this Irene. So we're gonna put her next to Wendy. And I will get Joy and Yeri as soon as I can. Have to decide which of those I'm gonna get, but I just love the fruit backs. I think they look so nice. And then I'm actually, my wife and I were kind of looking at my binder, and we realized that now I have like 3 of the 5 Velvet cards, because obviously I have Seulgi, and I pulled Joy from my album that I got in Korea, and then I just bought this Wendy in the aftermarket because I thought it was so cute with her and the hanbok. So if I can find the Irene, that would only leave Yeri left for me to get. So I might make that a priority in the not too distant future. I won't set up for it yet, because why set up if I never get the Irene, but I'm thinking I'm gonna do that. And then the last thing for Red Velvet is I need to do a little bit of maintenance with these larger inclusions. I've always felt that this Seulgi was out of place. She fits nicely with the Polaroids, but like she should really be in the Seulgi section. And now I have this other Polaroid that I got with my birthday photo book album. So I'm going to pull out her Season's Greetings Polaroid, and I'm actually going to move Irene over behind this. I really wish this was like more like photo card size, because I'd love to collect them all and put them in, but they're like too big. They're an awkward size, which is unfortunate because it's just such a cute little trading card concept. And then I'm actually going to take this 2-pocket out, and we're going to move it back over to the Seulgi section. So let's see, let's put it here. After the receipt, but before some of the other big things. All right, and there we go. I'm pretty sure, yeah, looks like that's all I have for Red Velvet. My binder is getting so full. I really, as much as I love this style, I really need something with some bigger rings. So that may be a priority in the next month or so. I have to find something, but don't be surprised if I do some reorganizing in the future, or at least just moving everything I have to a slightly bigger binder. But that is it for Red Velvet. Let's move on. All right, and now we have LOONA, which is probably our biggest section, because I have been working real hard to kind of, I don't know, not finish this collection, because I don't really want to think about LOONA being like totally done. But, you know, I have a bit of a backlog. So we're trying to like, let's say round out the collection. You know, I started later than a lot of collectors, so I had a lot of ground to make up. A lot of even just album cards that needed to be found, let alone some of the more interesting things that I want to get down the road. So first up, I did actually get both of Kim Lip's ++ cards. I don't actually know which one of these is version A versus version B, but in my binder, I'm going to put this one on top because I've always loved the outdoor concept for these. And this means that for older eras, the last thing I need are the 2 hardest things, these 2 XX cards. Maybe in 2024. I know it's only January, but maybe in 2024. I don't really want to break my budget this soon in 2023. So unless I find somebody who's selling them for a really good deal, I probably won't be getting these anytime soon. Let's be honest. Okay, and then the most recent thing is I just got 2 full sets for Midnight. We have version C and version D. So this brings the number of old album cards. Well, it brings the number of Midnight cards I need down to 1. Just this 1 card now. That's all I have left. And then I think I'm gonna do like so. Here we go, and then D version. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Oh, that looks so good. It's so nice not to just have a page full of fillers anymore. Look at that. So nice. And then in and, we have 2 cards. We have this very pretty Kim Lip, probably my second favorite of this era behind this one. And then this one where she's making a little kissy face. Very cute. So that means that as far as Korean full group album cards, we are down to 4. 2 XX, 1 Midnight, and 1 and card. And the last 2, and Midnight, those are going to be very easy to get. So I should be able to wrap these old eras up pretty soon. Still no Luminous. I missed out on a very convenient trade on that by like not much. Is very disappointing. Somebody had a Kim Lip and was looking for the Hyunjin that I still had. And then I should have Hula Hoop soon. I joined a group order for a Hula Hoop, so I should have that card by next time. And then we need to jump forward through some concerts. This concert, their concert in Seoul. So I got my trading card packs, and wouldn't you know it, I jinxed myself. I had bought this card on eBay, and I remember distinctly saying something about I hope I don't pull a duplicate, and wouldn't you know it, I totally did. But that's okay, because I was able, through my various packs, to I was able to pull or trade the remaining cards. Got Orange Lip, Moon Lip, Lip with a microphone, Lip with a soda, and then just Lip in a hat. And then I also have her unit with Heejin. So I'm just gonna pull out all these fillers and just slide them in. I'm glad this concert set was pretty easy to fill out in not a whole lot of time. So unlike, you know, Lunaverse From, where it took me the better part of a year, this one took me, I don't know, less than a week to get everything. And then I think I'll put her Heejin unit on the back, in the middle. And then I also managed to pull this cute Jinsol and Cherry unit that, because Jinsol is my favorite and Cherry finishes out Odd Eye Circle, I'm going to keep and just slide it underneath back here. So the Seoul concert is done. Very nice, very nice. And then we get to some of the miscellaneous stuff. So this section, I've mentioned before, I really need to kind of reorganize. I'll stick that for another time. But I do have a couple other like merch things. So this is the first anniversary of their light stick. I got this in a trade. And then I've had this for a long time. If you ever watched my Luna Mail where I unboxed the Everline like photocard holder, I got Lip, and for whatever reason I just threw her in a box. So she's just been not put away for a long time. But oh. But there's no real good reason why she shouldn't be put away, so we're going to do just that. Maybe I didn't put her away at the time just because I had such a crunch as far as room goes. I don't know, but now she's in here. And then lastly, for Kim Lip, we have a couple pre-order benefits. These are both Soundwave. I believe this is round 3, and then this is round 2. I've always thought these are both very pretty, and I like this one in particular because she's not in just a music video outfit. She's actually in something they wore at, like, I don't know, a music show or a fan sign. I've definitely seen her in that outfit before. So there we go, a couple more pre-order benefits, and then I do have something to add here. I kind of thought, because I thought this is a With Drama benefit for the And album, and I've thought for a long time that all of the photos for the girls in this era, and we actually do have photos for all 12 since Hustle was back, were very nice. They used their colors real nicely. So I thought, I don't know, I felt like getting a full group set of something, and so I got the start of this. I got Heejin's 2-photo strip from this same benefit. So I know it's out of order. This film strip will have to go because I'm going to probably be like double siding these and having like a 2-page. We're going to have 6 and 6. But I thought that would look really cool just because they're so colorful. This one already looks like so nice and it fits so nicely in here. So another kind of like slow edition. They're not that expensive, but they aren't that available either. So I just kind of have to like grab them as I see them. And then we move into the non-member collection section, or the non-collect member section, where I have a couple things. So this also has been in a box for a long time. This is the Vivi photocard holder card. And then a couple of my pulls from the Seoul trading cards. This is Yojin. And then another very pretty Vivi. So I know this is mostly like album cards, but I think I'm just going to make it like any cards I want, honestly. So let's see, Yojin comes before Vivi. All right, there we go. And that is it for photo cards. I have just a couple more larger things, including something you may remember. So to start, I am finally putting these back in my binder. I had to take them out when I moved to the wide A5 because I didn't really have a good pocket situation, and I don't really still have a good pocket situation for wide A5. But I'm not going to let that stop me because I'm tired of them sitting on my desk, to be honest. These, if you don't know, these were in each version of the album for Midnight. So we have A version, I believe, oh God, I believe B version, C version, and D version. So one per album. I got these in a set, and I don't really want to do this, but I feel like the best method for storing these in this binder was the one I had originally, which is just to take a standard A5 2-pocket, and we're just going to double side them, at least until I find myself a better solution. I'm sure there's one out there. I just haven't found it yet. So until I do, they are just going to live inside a normal A5 page. Because then at least they're with the rest of my collection and they're somewhat protected. There's maybe not no risk of damage, but there's much less risk than just, you know, randomly moving around my desk. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I did grab a couple of postcards. Whoop. These are both Blockberry pre-order postcards. One of these is for, is this Midnight? Yeah, so this is Midnight, and then this is And so I am just going to put them in the back with the other postcards. All right, and there we go. As I said, that was probably the biggest part of this update was Luna. I think going forward, given the amount of cards I have left, this will probably be a smaller and smaller portion of these videos. I love this collection so much. I've worked so hard on it, but honestly, it sort of makes me sad right now for reasons that are probably obvious to people who follow the goings-on with Luna. But enough about that. Let us move on to my final binder. All right, and lastly, we have the Twice and Everyone Else binder. Not a whole lot. God, is there even half a dozen cards in here? There's not a whole lot. There actually are a bunch of other Momo cards, but when I said I couldn't put away a bunch of cards that I had already acquired, but I don't have like the pages for, it's honestly mostly Twice. So you'll get a lot more Twice in the next video. But enough about the next video. What are we doing with Twice? So first up, we have Summer Nights, which I'm going to have to borrow this spot. This has actually been held for the missing What Is Love card that I want to get, her in the yellow dress. But since I need a spot and I don't have the yellow dress, we're going to fill it with this Momo card where she has a hair roller. Like so. And it still goes because we still got like the nice pink border. And then after Summer Nights, Fancy, yes. Next we're going to have Fancy. So this is the replacement card for my creased Fancy card. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this. I bought this card as part of a set with a bunch of these other cards. And when I looked at it a little more closely, it ended up having some pretty bad creases. I didn't notice it when I even unboxed it in my video. But when I was sleeving it, I was like, ooh, this is really, really badly creased. So I found another one, and I still have the damaged one. I don't know how I'm ever going to get rid of it. But in the meantime, I think, we are done with Fancy. Fancy, as far as my collection goes, is a completed era. Very nice, very nice. Still no Feel Special, which is why we're moving straight into More and More. And then Taste of Love, where we have finally gotten this very cute and very in-demand Momo card. And, oh, Mina, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to move you again because I need this spot. So, where am I gonna put Mina? I guess Mina has to go over in the More and More section because that's the only spot I have for her. So I hope you'll forgive the little bit of mixing up and disorganization. We will get that corrected just as soon as I get a few more pages. But then we will put away this Taste of Love card, which also for my collection completes this era. I know there's another card like this, but I am, just because it looks nice on these A5 pages, I'm only getting 4 cards for Taste of Love. So I consider this complete. And then I think that's it for album cards. The next thing is the Together 1 and 2 cards. So this trade is on the way officially, and at least until I get the matching Sana Lucky Draw card, however that ends up happening, I do have, and I'm not really sure why I never put this away, the clear card I got from the exhibition. I believe this was just a benefit for spending a certain amount of money in a purchase. So until I have the Sana card, I'm just going to put the Sana Clear card next to her lucky draw. And the last thing we have, or the last couple things, I should say, is we have some larger things. So, again, stuff that, like, file this under things I probably should have put away forever ago. We have this very cute Sana Polaroid from Between 1 and 2. This was my pull from my album. And although I don't officially collect Sana, I keep Sana stuff if I pull it. So I didn't trade her away to get the Momo. As a result, I still don't have the Momo Polaroid. And I think I am just going to slide this in behind the Taste of Love card until I figure out a better solution for like all of these large things. The large, weird size inclusions are like the hardest thing to deal with in A5 binders. They're like perfect for photocards, great for bookmarks, great for postcards. But if you have something that's like kind of in between, there's no real good solution. I wish there was. I wish somebody would make like kind of some fancy pockets. And then the last Momo thing we have, I got these stickers, these character stickers from one of their Japan pop-up shops. We have little characters of Momo from a bunch of their music videos, starting with like Ooh and moving on through, looks like Fancy is the last era we have, but I believe it's like literally every music video. So, where is she gonna go? Again, I don't really have a great solution. She doesn't really fit this way in a 2-pocket, and it's a little too wide for a bookmark. I was really hoping that this would fit in just perfectly in bookmark pages, but it doesn't. It's like an awkward size, and I don't really want to take it out of the packaging, so I'm left in kind of a weird spot. So I think what I'm gonna do is put her back behind this Target postcard until, again, like so many things, until I come up with a better solution. What are you gonna do? And then this is also temporary, so you probably saw this if you watched my vacation haul. This was my, I don't know, freebie, benefit, I can't even remember, but I got it at their exhibition again. They gave me Chaeyoung. I had no choice. It was random, kind of like the Clear card. And I'm working on a trade. I'm looking for trades. If you have the Momo and you would like the Chaeyoung, please reach out to me. But until I find that trade, I think I'm also going to slide her back here just so she's a little protected. And then I won't be, I don't know, confused about where she is. I have in recent days realized I have misplaced some of my K-pop items. I'm sure I put them in spots that made sense at the time, but I can't find them. I'm missing some Yukika stuff. Once upon a time, I misplaced a Seulgi Clear card. So I just feel like the best solution is to kind of have this stuff in 1 or 2 places, being binders. Even if my plan is not to keep them, but just so that they're in one place and it just makes sense. So when I am ready to get rid of them, I'm not trying to figure out, now where did I put that again? All right, then we have only one more thing, which is this very cute Dayoung card from the Sequence album from WJSN. If memory serves, I got that in a set with a Sola card. It's probably even the unit. I think that would make the most sense. And since I don't have the Subin unit with Sola and I don't know when I'm going to get it, I think I am just going to put Dayoung in there for now. And she's just so cute. She is probably high on the list of my favorite members, so I just felt like I couldn't really part with the card for, at least for now. In general, I feel like I'm having a bit of a crisis of confidence when it comes to this collection. You know, you may or may not know, I only recently started this a couple months ago, maybe over the summer. I can't quite remember exactly when I started it, but it's pretty new and I only have a handful of cards. And I've been really hoping that something would be announced soon regarding whether or not they're gonna renew, but they just wrapped up their fan meet and there was no news from any of the members about renewal, and Starship hasn't said anything. So I'm a little anxious truth be told, about what I might do, if anything, with this collection should they not renew. You know, I have a couple thoughts, but you know, when you've only got a handful of cards, it's hard to really want to go, and it's hard to feel motivated, I guess, to get a bunch of more stuff for a group and a member that's just no longer active. So we'll see. Fingers crossed for some good news in the coming months. So maybe next time we'll have some good news and I'll have some more cards for that collection. But that is it for now, and I think that wraps up my binders. Okay, well, that should do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, I'm guessing you did. As always, I appreciate it when people do the YouTube thing, like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. But that's going to be all from me for today. Until next time, so long!